Yo, what's up guys? It's X Chaos Storm X here, and today we're covering 350 invocation TOA Deathless, and if you do it correctly and you go by my guide, maybe not on the first try, but eventually you will get yourself a backpack. My guide's super laid back, it's super chill. We don't do any butterflying on Ahhka, we just tank the hits. Kephri, we don't do any trapping for the bugs, and you're gonna see why. I actually have a really good method that I kind of invented myself, and we're not gonna be doing any red Xing on Baba because I've never really tried red Xing. I don't think it's the mechanics intended to even be in the game. I'm just saying that because I can't do it. But yeah, something just sold. And yeah, so this is the setup you're gonna want to bring. Don't worry about these water skins; they're just so I can make the video look cool outside the Great Pyramid here. So let's go through our let's go through our melee setup. So our melee setup's gonna be as so. So yeah, Ned's not helm. Ned's not face guard. If you don't have that, I guess you can use Serpentine helm will be better. To be completely honest, Ned's not helm is not as good as the Serpentine helm. So Serpentine helm if you don't have this. If you don't have that, I guess Ned's not helm. For like people who haven't done the quest. Blood Fury's a must, pretty much. I'd say bring Blood Fury 100%. It's gonna help you. I accidentally didn't bring Blood Fury one time. I brought Torture, and I still managed to survive. It was just a little bit harder. You have less room to work with. Blood Fury will let you make a couple mistakes and recover from that, but don't depend on it. But I'm telling you, make sure you have charges in it as well. Also got a lot. I don't use it very often, but for this 350 Deathless, I came up with this setup on my own. So dragon arrows in your pout, your quiver slot, or whatever it's called. You're going to be using range chaps because the Bandos Tassets only give a small strength bonus. It's not really worth it to bring it. Light Bear, Prims, if you don't have Prims, Dragon Boots. Yeah, pretty much. Just going to camp these the whole time, except for when you get to the last boss. Or anytime essentially you're ranging, so at Zebak or last boss, you can unequip these. Don't drop them on the floor at Zebak though, because if you do die, you're bye-bye Prims. Okay? So Ferocious Gloves, like I said, you don't have to bring them, you can use barrows. You're doing a 4 down anyways, you're just going to have a longer time at Kephri, longer time at Baba. Not as big hits on, and as accurate on Ahhka when he's in his melee mode. Obviously, the Osmotin's Fang. That's necessary. If you don't have that, good luck doing the 350. I don't know if my guide's going to be for you. You can try in Ahhka, but it's not going to be that good. Okay, so for spec weapon on melee, we're going to be using the Void Waker. And not only is it going to be a spec weapon, but it's also going to be what we're using to hit down the heart on P2 wardens. So keep that in mind. So that's pretty straightforward. If you don't have a Void Waker, I suggest either a Rapier, which is cheaper, because then with the Rapier you can actually use that on there's a couple spots you can use it. Actually, I think you're going to only use the Rapier against the P2 wardens, or maybe a DDS, but a lot of people don't like using, I don't like using spec because I can always, when you're that far on the Deathless 350 at the wardens, you like to carry a spec, it's going to give you 100% spec. So there's that. So now we're going to go to range setup. For range setup, you're going to want to use this setup. If you have it, this is pretty much best in slot, other than not having Zarite. Yeah, the Zarite Vamp Braces, but don't worry about that, they're a little bit overpriced. So if you don't have T-Bow and you don't have money, because this is crazy money, I only have this because I got a staff drop, and I sold it right away when it was like 1.5 bill or 1.4 bill or something like that. So that's how I have this set up. If you don't have this set up, not a big deal. You can use Bofa with full crystal. So then you're going to have an extra helmet because you won't be wearing your Nesnod helm. In that case, maybe just don't. That's when you can just drop out Ferocious Gloves, I think, because you want to keep your inventory open for as much supplies as possible. Magic setup is our worst setup. So we're not bringing, you're going to be wondering, why hasn't he got the God Cape imbued? Because we're saving it. We're saving inventory space. We're bringing more supplies. told you, we're not doing any flicking, no butterflying, so we're going to be taking a little bit of damage. If you have a sanguine, freaking bring it. If you have a sanguine, bring it. Trident's pretty bad. We do low DPS in this. Also, bring ancients. You must bring ancients and have these runes. If you don't have a divine pouch yet, I feel bad for you, but you're better off just instead of bringing water runes. You know what I'm saying? If you just have a regular rune pouch, so you're only going to have this many runes, you don't even bring water runes, you just bring a Kodai if you have it, because then you'll get bigger barrages. You can even camp Kodai on Ahhka. You don't even need a trident. If you want, you could just bring a Kodai wand and camp blood barrage. That way, because you're going to take a lot of damage on your magic phase, I'm going to tell you that right now, especially on Ahhka. That's where you're going to take a majority of your supplies are going to go to Ahhka. When you're using, especially when you're using magic and he's swinging on you with melee. So if you just camp blood barrage, I think you'll be 100% fine, dude. And Kodai is going to make it so much better. You don't got to bring extra water runes for freezes in the monkey room. Ancients are just that good. The main reason we're bringing ancients is, in this setup, is for the monkey room, because that monkey room can literally either make or break your attempt. So now that we got these items covered, obviously tormented and occult, and your best robe top, doesn't even matter that much. In some cases you can just keep bandos on when you're fighting Ahhka for extra defense, but I don't know, it's up to you. So we're going to turn the volume down a bit. I'm not big on this track. Change to this. So on this is World 329 free-for-all, is where I did a majority of my KC. I do have quite a bit of KC. Let's go to my collection log. Raids, Tomb's Masket. I do have a good amount, almost 476 combined total raids, 270 at experts, probably about 150 of them at above 350, but that's just in the free-for-all. I just recently got this Deathless one by myself, because I thought I wouldn't be able to do it without the staff. I mean the Shadow of Tombkin, but we managed to do that. Anyways, let's go to invocations before we jump in. This invocations is where things get a little bit tricky. Make a party. Invocations. So, hardcore on, unfortunately. Now there's a way to do it with hardcore off and softcore on, but it's going to make the raid a lot harder. So, there's that. So hardcore on, need some help on. That's kind of pain in the ass. This one can actually make or break your raid too. Sometimes after you kill Kephri, you'll go to get your supplies and you'll only get 1 salt, which is unfortunate because you really need the 2 salt. I got lucky on my run and I got the 2 salt and I got double Ambro, but I don't think I would have needed the double Ambro. But then there's Walk the Path. This makes the raid a lot harder. It makes it level up after every boss, essentially. The next boss will just gradually get stronger. It doesn't actually have to do anything with the first boss. So first boss, it's going to be exactly the same as like a level 300 raid. This Path Seeker though will make all the bosses level up by 1, and that adds with this. It compounds. So the first boss you're going to have a level 1 Zebak, then probably a level 2 Kephri, maybe a level 3 Ahhka. Could still be level 2, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't always make them level up appropriately, and then either a level 3 or level 4 Baba, which honestly Baba's the easiest one. So that on a diet, we're not using food. You need to have the orange Karis. If you don't, you might be in some trouble, because my strategy kind of revolves around that orange Karis. Hopefully if you're going for 350s, if you have a new account, you've already done TOA, but you have a new account and you're just trying to get your backpack, try and get that orange Karis. But if you're good enough to do that without orange Karis, you don't need my help. So there's that. Deadly prayers, just don't take damage and you won't lose any prayer. Okay, this is kind of like a smite. Just think that the bosses permanently have smite, so do not take damage. This is pretty much free. You can even blood barrage off these little, they look like little gnats. If you've ever seen those small little flies, they kind of look like that, and you can heal up off them. Blowing mud, pretty free. He just dung specials you more often, I think. I'm not 100% if it's more often or if it just hits harder or something like that. But it's pretty much free. And when we get into the video, we'll show you the trick that I do at Kephri More overloads. Kephri's gonna call some backup. This is pretty much free with the way that I'm doing it. It's pretty much free. Material spray, pretty much free. Not just a head, pretty much free. It's just small chip damage. Sometimes it doesn't even hit anything. And with Masori, it rarely hits. Aerial assault. This one kind of makes Kephri a pain in the ass, but for this strategy, we need to have it enabled. We need those 10 points to get to 350. As you see, we're just there. Notice we don't have any timer on. No timer, so you can take as much time as you want. You can wait for special. Certain times you want to wait for special. Blood thinners, pretty much free. Doesn't really do anything. It just makes, he's like, spawns an orb, turns him into 3, but the strategy that I have, you just run to one side, or you run to the other side. They won't even hit you. Don't even worry. That's pretty much free 5 points. Upset stomach. This one just makes the raid harder for sure. Makes Zebak harder. He just makes bigger acid pools, and the jugs don't do as much spread damage to the pools of acid. Stay vigilant. This one's kind of a pain in the ass. Ahhka's going to be changing a lot, but we need that on because we need the points. Keep back. Never turn this on, dude. I made the mistake of having a great run. I got to Ahhka with this enabled. Bro, this guy was hitting 50s on me, so I had to protect from range because he was attacking with range, right? And when he's attacking with range, you're attacking with melee. Well, so that means you're right beside him. How else are you going to attack him? So I go up to hit him, and he hits me with a 50, and then a 43, and the raid was over. And I was like, so what's the why is that only worth 10 points? That should be worth more than, that should be worth like 40 points, bro. It was insane. I think that's just a troll, bro. Like, who actually turns that on? Feeling special. This does make Ahhka a lot harder, but if you know how to do feeling special, I recommend turning this on because 20 free points essentially. Everything else is the same. It just in free-for-all, this makes you one of his specials hit other people and stuff, like it goes like diagonal and shit, I think. But feeling special, this is pretty much free if you know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, just literally go into a 0 raid, only turn feeling special on, turn everything else off except feeling special, and go practice it until you get it down. It's no different than the puzzle. Like literally, this is how you do it. Let's say this is the square right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So let's say it goes boom, 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 boom. You go boom, boom. Okay, I think I fucked it up. Anyways, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, feeling special is a must. Let's see what else we got on here. Yes, I know, Insanity's off. That's the main trick here. It's for guys who aren't that good at Insanity. And even if you're good at Insanity on free-for-all, you might not be good at the part where you have to kill the skulls. To be honest, my ping was really bad when I was trying to do it with Insanity on, and I'd always get killed during the skull phase because my ping was bad and I would just never hit. Like on the last one, I would always either be late or something like that, or my guy would just sit there looking at it. I don't know, man. But this is no Insanity. This is the easiest way we could possibly do this. Everything else is on. So mind the gap. You guys know that one. You'll get thrown into the pit at 66% and 33% on Baba. If you don't stick to the sides, that's pretty much free when you're by yourself because you have control of when you do damage. This is pretty much free. Don't even worry about that. Some monkeys spawn when the rocks blow up. Don't worry about that. Boulder dash. This definitely makes Baba harder because the boulders that he throws down at, like I said, at 66%, 33% are like double the speed, and they spawn faster. So, they just spawn more often. So you're gonna have to switch to full range gear to knock them down. They're gonna have some good health too with level 3 or 4 Baba. They're gonna have like 27 HP. So you gotta be able to hit a 27 in your range setup. So you might have to turn Rigger or Hawkeye on and put all your range gear on. Blow piping for sure. Shaking things up, that's pretty much free. It doesn't really do anything, just makes the shockwave from his black attack bigger. It's actually almost easier to avoid because you can see it easier. Wardens, whatever, all these, pretty much people have them on all the time. They just make everything hit harder. The hardest phase that I encountered is starting from P1 Wardens all the way to P2. P1 and P2 are the hardest part of the raid. P3 is a joke. Especially with T-Bow and Bofa, it's going to be a joke for you. Like doing the last phase, the last boss. But P1 and P2 are pretty tough. So be comfortable dodging the mechanics of the obelisk, like his diagonal attack, his where all the tiles turn red and they start slowly coming towards you. get used to dodging those ones. That's kind of the thing you get with experience. You get better at it. But yeah, let's step into the video. That's pretty much it, guys. Once you get that, you're ready to go. Oh, let's quickly just go through what you want to bring. So what I bring is 1 divine range. This is just for pre-pot. 1 angler. I mean, 1 Karen bomb. If you have an angler, bring that. I'm all out right now, so I can't do that. It's not a big deal if you can or can't. 2 Serapots. And then pretty much the rest is just you get one super divine super combat. I don't know where mine are. You can just bring 2 because you're gonna need to repot in the middle of Kephri because it's a long fight. So just put that right there. And then you're gonna bring 2 Sandfuse actually. Put those at the bottom. And 2's just a backup in case. Imagine having a really good run, but you accidentally use all your Sandfuse on Zebak or something like that. And then you're at the monkey room and you get venomed and you don't have a Sandfuse. So this is a just in case, you know? Why not? You're already making it this far, what's an extra 25k? Then the rest is just pure restores. And that's for orange kerosene. That's why you need so many restores. So you start off by doing this, divining, Karen bombing, and then taking out 2 more Sarah potions. And that's your setup. Oh, you could actually squeeze 1 more and make sure you put on your defender. You can actually bring 1 more restore. My setup is bringing just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're bringing 10 prayer pots. It's a lot. And yeah, so I'm actually not going to do a run right now. I'm just going to switch to the video where I did it. So good luck, and I'll see you there. Go right in here. So trick for this part is you want to just drop your Sarah. Maybe I'll put the volume on because I do explain some stuff while I'm going through. So let's do that. Essentially, you could be done this if you just do what I do. You could be done in less than a minute. Oh, I don't know why the volume didn't come back on. Okay, we wait for the croc. And I'm going to pause when I feel like I skipped something, so just be prepared for that. Other than that, enjoy the video. Stand in the middle, wait for the croc. Okay, he's dead. See that big experience drop, just run for it. As soon as his spike drops, you run for it. Don't get hit, okay? Whatever. I don't know how we didn't get hit there, that was weird. Pick up your pot. Range gear on. So before Zebak, put all your range gear on. So you're not going to be able to equip your 2-handed range weapon, especially if it's bow for a T-bow. So as soon as you get into the Zebak fight, drop your... you can drop 2 Ceradoman potions or 2 prayer potions if you want. And I know I have prayer potions because I ran out of restores, so don't worry about that. You can drop 2 prayer potions and you can even unequip your primordial boots, and that'll give you a little bit more ranged accuracy. So just keep that in mind. Another thing is, when I was doing this run, it was my 7th run of the day, and I'd failed the 6 previous attempts that day. So I was doing this being really tilted. So I sound a little angry while I'm talking. Well, buddy, it's because I was. So here we go. Get ready for a long fight on Zebak because he's already level 1. Yes. Drop this. T-bow. Rigor. Start lazy flicking. Now it's good to lazy flick here, but don't focus on lazy flicking if it's gonna kill you. Like, if there's a wave coming, don't be lazy flicking. Just turn on Hawkeye or something. You don't want to let Rigor drain your prayer. I make that mistake though. I let Rigor roll a couple times, but that's why I bring all the prayer pods, man. We got almost unlimited prayer. The faster DPS you do, the better here. Yes, that's true. The faster you do damage, the better things will go. A couple max hits never hurt anybody. Another thing I want to say is standing in where I am is the optimal spot you want to stand at before he throws his first rock. because he typically throws it to the left.
Okay, we're in a safe spot, so we can continue lazy flicking. Now we gotta run. We gotta run again.
See, we keep Rigorod here, don't do that.
Put on Hawkeye. He's gonna drop his thing soon, so we'll just keep Hawkeye on for now. I'm not doing the worst damage. Okay, so this should be a straight shot.
See how it spawned on the left? We're right there, we barely have to move. That's why you stand on the left at the beginning.
There is a spawn where he,
I think I lost my train of thought there, but there's a spot where he could throw it on the other side.
Gonna move on.
But it only happens about 25% of the time, so don't have to worry about it too much.
Get out of the middle. Drink a pot. Okay, we're gonna drink a sand view as well. Full on prayer. Watch out for the poison. Get your flick on. Whenever you can flick, try and flick. Okay. We're in a safe spot. Get to a safe spot.
For the waves, prioritize getting in
Not doing the
position
best
before you do damage.
But they're better than nothing. Run to the other side.
So if you have Bofa here, the fights can take a little bit longer, but you'll get it done still.
Wait, we get another one? Since when?
I'm tripping out here. For some reason I thought we already got a rock on the left side, but I don't know, I'm tripping out, I guess.
Oh, we gotta hurry. Unfortunately, we took some damage there.
Excuse me. As you can see,
I didn't know we got a third
one.
long. How big's our damage is so low to this guy?
Don't mind what I'm saying here, I'm making no sense, I'm just tripping out.
Wow, I can't believe how hard his blood magic just hit. We're not hitting for anything right now.
So yeah, this is pretty much how the fight goes, and at the end part, you really just gotta flick this.
Have to drink more prayer,
and it's gonna be the same all the way until he dies. So we're gonna skip that.
This year, I'm gonna go and buy Sanguine.
So now we go Kephri next. We go Kephri next.
Just the healing alone on P.
Kephri's next.
P2 wardens is on with me today, man.
Don't mind what I'm saying. We're just gonna skip these puzzle rooms because the puzzle rooms are pretty simple. If you want to see how I do it, sorry. We'll just skip ahead. The puzzle room's pretty simple. Everyone knows how to do it.
Pray.
There's this little helper I have. It's called, oops. It's called Tombs of a Masket Puzzle Helper. If you have trouble doing the puzzles, just get this and you'll be fine. So we just finish this.
Wings. Missed like 15 clicks there.
So right away, as soon as you complete this, put on your combat potion, your divine combat potion. You can start the fight at, see I'm at low health. You can start the fight at like above 50. It's not a big deal. You're probably going to heal a lot with Blood Fury. If you don't, you can use Orange Karis to heal off the rocks that he throws down, whatever they look like. Scarab eggs at the beginning.
I'm going pretty low, unfortunately. This is going to be bad. I already know it's going to be bad. Clear out inventory. This there. This there. Wait, did we not pick up our brew?
So as soon as you jump in here, you want to double spec them with Void Waker with Piety on. Then take Piety off and put on either no prayer at all or just the micro strength one, the one that gives you 5% strength. And because you want to conserve prayer a lot, and you don't really need Piety until he drops his spawns, which will be when his shield drops. So after you do your 2 specs, you run to the east corner. You'll see. Wherever I run here,
Okay.
you go there.
Quickly do this. And then we go to here.
Run. As you can see, I'm about to get dunged because the swarms go around me. Run to this spot
corner.
right here, where I'm standing, and drop it right
That's the
there.
strat. Been doing this strat for a while. It's pretty fail-proof.
So now, once you're at this stage, you can turn your prayer off, and you can just go from the spot that I'm on, the tile that I'm on, to 2 over, back and forth every time you see a shadow. You see a shadow appear underneath you, you go 2 tiles over to the right. You see a shadow appear under you, you go 2 tiles to the left. You get a swarm on you, like you're covered in swarms, that means you're about to drop a dung. You run back to this corner where I'm standing.
There's a chance things could go wrong, but hopefully we just heal up on... Now if you need HP, you can always heal up on the little guys. We're just gonna kill this guy.
So you can use your orange Karis on those little things that are blowing up right now, before they blow up, preferably. I didn't, probably should have, but here we go.
Get Piety ready.
Okay, so right before his right before his shield drops, so he, as you can see, the shield only has 18 health. Turn on Piety. You gotta turn on Piety and protect range. Have to. And right away, attack the orange guy.
And protect from
Spitting.
range.
It's called the spitting scarab. And just watch what I do and do that. So you'll notice the orange guy's behind the dung. He's gonna have to walk all the way around before he even hits you. By then, the orange guy will be dead, hopefully.
See how he's got to run all the way around? Oh. Okay, sand few up. Can't afford to take much damage right now. He's dead. Melee on. And look how fast.
So as soon as the orange guy's dead, you put protect from melee on so the scarab doesn't like one-shot you.
We do that.
I think his max hits like 35 or 40, so gotta watch out for that.
Another nice heal. As soon as he's dead, we can take protect from melee off. And maybe go back to ranged. Go back to that. So we're gonna stick right here the whole time.
So it's just more of the same. Let's fast forward a little bit until we get to where he's almost to his second phase. Okay, so this is where the second phase starts. Maybe I'll go back a little bit more. It's kind of... Okay, so right here. This is where the second phase starts. He's going to summon 3 adds now. One's the magic scarab, the arcane scarab, plus the 2 other guys from before. You got to take out the magic scarab first, and you got to kill him fast. And then you got to prioritize either the yellow or the orange guy. Whoever, probably the yellow guy, almost maybe, if it's even better, because he can one-shot you. So it's up to you at that point, which one you want to kill. But just use range on the scarab, on the arcane scarab, and you're going to be okay. You can use Bofa. You can also use melee to kill him, but you're just going to be running around a lot more. T-Bow actually wrecks the arcane scarab, so watch this.
Start taking out.
So range gear on, rigor on, your best range pair on.
Stay as far back as you can from the yellow guy. Should be going down. Okay, now yellow guy.
See, if you wanted to here, you could run all the way around. So you get some gap on the yellow dude and you could kill the orange guy. Because you should be able to attack through that dung, maybe even range him. But I think I just decide to melee the yellow guy down.
Melee on.
So be careful, if you're slow at switching your equipment, don't be switching if there's a shadow under you. Wait till a shadow goes off, like one of those things that he drops on you, and then switch, so you don't get killed while you're switching, because believe it or not, it's happened to me.
As soon as he's dead, you're in the clear. Like I said, as soon as he's dead. He could one-shot us right now, but Luckily that doesn't happen. Okay, piety on until this guy's dead. Okay, that wasn't...
See, at this point, it doesn't really matter where you drop the dung. Just try and keep it centralized. I kind of made a mistake. I should have dropped it back on the other spot, but this mistake's not going to kill us because we're pretty much in the home free now. As long as you don't get hit by the shadows and you keep your range prayer on, you can take your range prayer off once you get to a certain health level from Blood Fury healing, but we're pretty much in the clear now.
Wanted to do, but have to run to the other side. We're pretty much in the clear now. All you gotta do is just survive. If you really don't feel safe, you can always heal up.
Yes, so what I was talking about, those little gnat guys, you can blood barrage those little green guys if you really need HP.
One of those guys. It's gonna splash though, so.
So other than that, that's pretty much the whole fight. From now, you're just running from the tile that I'm on, 2 left, and back and forth between those two. And that's literally all the fight is. Fast forward it. Fast forward it. Keep dropping the dungs like beside each other so you have space to go. And you'll be done before you know it. So now that we're done that room,
Ahhka is crazy.
we're just going to skip this puzzle room because this puzzle room is pretty straightforward.
But the joke is that every time I take my hands off the mouse to AFK when I'm doing that mining thing right there, I end up getting
wow.
Those are all lined up nice and square.
Okay, so we get through this room, we get through this room, so now, okay, hold up. So, now that we're at Ahhka, before you jump in, salt up, and put either Augury or Mystic Might on. Maybe not Augury because you want to conserve prayer, but it does give you defense. Maybe Mystic Might, and protect from melee's a must. So just watch this whole fight. This is the hardest part right here. This part is probably the second or third hardest part of the whole entire raid, other than P1 and P2 wardens. And that's just a DPS check. But there is a DPS check in this fight as well. And that DPS check would be the shadows that he spawns. So you can see I'm trying to blood barrage, but it's not really working out too well because I don't have Kodai. Kodai gives you more damage on it.
White, purple.
So okay, if you're not that good at fast special, the best way to do it is say it out loud while they're popping off and visualize like a line, like one of those lines you see in the Caterpillar game where you try to eat you're trying not to eat yourself. Just imagine a line, so connecting them all together so you can visualize it while you're doing it. So imagine like if it goes purple, yellow, white, red, imagine a line going from purple to yellow to white to red, all connecting almost like a square. So you can visualize it and then you just know where to go. You don't have to use your memory. You can just visualize it right there. That's my best advice for that.
Okay. Start doing some real damage.
So I'm going to mute the volume here because I start to get pissed off because I don't get a lot of hits and I don't need you guys hearing that and trolling in the comments. So, yeah. I don't know why that keeps coming up. So as soon as the shadow spawns, you have to switch to an attack it right away. That's why we bring the blowpipe. The blowpipe's so important here because it is almost like a DPS check, where if you don't kill it fast enough, you're going to get burned and you're going to take like 40 damage plus burn damage. So right away, as soon as the shadow pops out, you kill that shadow immediately with blowpipe. And turn rigor on. Turn rigor on for sure. Also mind your prayers, don't get hit off prayer, especially on melee, it will crush you. Actually, any of them will crush you. So, yeah. As you can see that yellow bar that's just northeast of me? Just below me? That yellow bar is your timer, so if that gets to the end before you kill the shadow, then you're in trouble, you're going to take damage. And if you are having a bad time doing damage, make sure you heal up to full with either your Karis. I'd say use the Karis for sure. So yeah, use it right there. After though, that's after the fact. But if you're going to die, You want to use your supplies before you die, preferably. Get as far as you can, so the next time you come back, you're going to be more prepared. And you're going to know what to do. So there's the fast special. As you can see, it's taking a long time. We've already used a lot of prayer on this guy. We used half a prayer pot to Karis, pretty much. Our magic is so weak that it takes us a long time. We hate fighting on. We hate fighting on when he's attacking with melee, because he cuts through your prayer. Range and magic won't cut through your prayer. So yeah, there's that. So now it's pretty much more of the same. Just damage him down. Throw in a blood barrage if you really want to. But as you can see, we take a lot of chip damage, man. We take a lot of chip damage. And him hitting you lowers your prayer down. So it's like a double whammy. It's like he's smiting you the whole time. As you can see, that Ahhka changing attack styles is kind of annoying. But it's good because then he'll switch off melee more often. See, we're trying to range him as much as possible. I mean, we have rigor on because we're trying to get a lot of damage done. It's up to you if you want to use rigor. You can use Ahhka if you don't have it. So he's done about already like 100 HP to us, maybe more, probably more. And yeah, you can see this is not easy. With the Sanguine will heal you up pretty nicely. In combination with the Blood Fury, you're going to heal nicely. Unfortunately, my Blood Fury doesn't really proc a lot. Okay, so as soon as the shadow spawns, move to the next square over, and instantly start attacking it. If you're on melee, get one tick of attack with your Fang, and then switch to range like I do here. Rigor on, don't forget that, you gotta do damage. We gotta beat this timer. See, the timer actually pauses when he does his special. I'm not sure if you knew that. So don't worry about that. You could throw hits in if you're good, but I wouldn't risk it, because you can get dragged out with the blowpipe depending where you attack from. It's happened to me before. I know, what a surprise. Another Kara special, just for good safekeeping. As you can see, this fight is destroying our prayer potions. It's destroying them. But, as long as we get through the fight, that's what matters. This fight's a little RNG. Sometimes you take more damage, sometimes you do less damage. But, yeah. Our Blood Fury doesn't seem to be proccing a lot either. There, it procs, but we're already at... Oh, we got caught off prayer. Look how much damage that did, man. Look how much damage that did. There, we decide to brew, because we just don't want to waste all our progress. Yeah, we brewed 3 times. We probably didn't need to, but at this point we were trying to conserve on prayer. And that move right there ends up paying off, actually, because we want to go into after this fight we want to have at least 4 or 5 prayer pots. And at this point we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and some of them are like 3 or 2 dose. So at this point we only have about 4 prayer pots. But once you get this far in the Ahhka fight, you know, things are looking. You're almost at the edge. You're almost there. We get lucky. We get attack on range, which is our highest DPS on this guy. Melee's not that much lower. Melee might even be better. I don't really know, but it just seems like range always hits, especially with dragon darts. I recommend dragon darts. You could probably get by with amethyst, but I just recommend it. Right away, kill the shadow. You know the drill. You know the drill. Same shit. Here comes another memory special. Purple, red, white, red, purple. Or black, whatever you want to call it. And we're moving before, like we're moving pretty fast there. It's hard to explain. That one's more of a feeling, like the memory special, you do it a couple times, you're going to get the hang of it. It's no different than doing a kid's puzzle. Okay, we're doing good damage. We forget to put on Torment here because we're buffoons, and then we're wondering why we're getting damaged so hard. We didn't notice Torment wasn't on, so don't screw up your switches like me. I know the audio is muted, but right now I'm bitching pretty hard about not being able to hit. Then we don't even have Anguish on because we messed up our amulet switches, so I think we noticed at this point, but it's too late. Another memory special. You can expect to get one right before the end if your damage is slow. So always be prepared for that. Always try to keep your eye on the center of the prize. Your eyes on the prize, man. Just think about that backpack. You can push through. Boom. So now, for this, okay, so for this phase, you want to go into it with at least, you want to be at full health going into this phase, even past that. So if you can Karis, you know, like, I like to Karis when we're sitting in the triangle, the quadrant before this one, and Karis up to 100%. Sometimes you take damage on this last quadrant, so it's good to brew up once or twice right before you get to this last phase, because you could get screwed over by these white orbs. So what I tend to do is if I'm at full special, I use one special right away, and then I hold, because I might have to Ahhka special, right? I might have to use my Karis. To be honest, right now I'm actually playing it wrong. I should have used a couple restores, but at this point I was trying to conserve my prayer. Oh my god. What? Okay, I'll call him back in a bit. So yeah, you want to go, typically, to not get hit by these white orbs, as soon as you hit, just take a look around you, kind of back off a little bit, avoid big clusters of orbs, just go away from that, and just trying to see if you can find the one that's coming, like that's lined up with you, and try and avoid that one, because typically there's only one or two coming at you. It just looks like there's a lot coming at you, but the other ones are going to miss you. So yeah, there's that. I'm going to be right back. Sorry, let's just continue. Actually, I can call this clown back after. So this monkey room, pain in the ass, man. Honestly, I just camp my full range gear with blowpipe, and I don't even worry about magic bonus, because magic bonus honestly isn't that big of a deal. I spam blood barrage on melee dudes, or when you get surrounded, you notice you're surrounded by melee guys or blue guys, the little blue guys at the shaman spawn. Just start blood barraging, man. Don't even worry about freezing them. Their HP so low that you want to heal up off them. Make sure you get your anti-poison or whatever the hell it's called, curing poison. I don't know what the hell it's called. Antidote shit, and get a hammer. You should grab that before you go in. As soon as you see either the pillar or the vents light up, you want to fix that as soon as possible. So those are the only two options that you have here. Magic guys, kill them first. And then, so your priority is magic guys, range guys, then shamans. And I like to pray magic, but because if you're not praying magic, the shamans will lower your prayer for whatever they hit you by. So shamans get taken out fast. You can use the small guys to heal up if you're not at 100%. Don't bother ranging the green ranger dudes, because if you range them, you're gonna hit a lot of zeros and take a lot of damage while you're doing that. So if you're better. I get hit here by that. That's embarrassing, I know. I start freaking out here. That's why I have the volume off. I think it's over. Don't forget you can Karis when you get low health. But again, we're in a race here, because look how much prayer we already used. Ahhka destroyed our prayer. And that's because our magic damage doesn't really hit hard. So we had to Karis a lot. So we take this out. We should really have protect from range on here, but we're panicking. We don't know what to do, so we decide to Karis. We switch range there. That was a good move. Karis, we're at full health. Deciding to take things seriously now. Use your Fang to knock out those ranger dudes. Try to freeze these dudes. I have protect from range on. You don't need it. You don't need any prayer for those guys. You want to freeze those dudes. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yo.
Yo, just come free up mine.
What? Okay, when do you want me to come?
I'm just driving home now.
Okay, I'm gonna shower before I come.
Okay, hurry up.
Okay, peace. So yeah, you can see we're healing off the little guys. You know, same old, same old, same old. Heal off those guys. Keep going for the shamans. Yeah. Take out the shamans, and then you can more blood barrages. I'll start doing better now. I don't even know why I protect melee on at this point, but yeah, I do. Probably because panic mode setting in. Once you start getting close, you start panicking. I don't know why. But I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest. I'm gonna turn the volume back on, and I'll be back.
Heal up on these guys. Heal up on these guys. No. Oh my god. Like I said, it doesn't make sense. And no matter what I do, something goes wrong. Dude, who is hitting me like this? And we lose. Trying to heal so badly. Of course, and we're dead. We literally can't do anything. Can't even move. Absolutely horrible. Oh, it just keeps getting better, man. We can take off our prayer. Great, we have nothing to heal with. Guess we have no runes left. Horrible, horrible room. What we're gonna do is, we're just gonna Kara spec. Get to full. Oh, this is horrible. And we're gonna let our, now this is gonna be a DPS. Dude, we're screwed, man. We use so many supplies. I just don't understand it. We're just gonna let our special come back. And, that's about it. That's all we could do. We can get by this guy, I think, but the problem is, well, actually, we could run out of prayer. Probably gonna run out of prayer. This is so bad. Keep doing that, and you're not gonna... your health won't go down. What a shame, man. What a shame. Step on poison like 6 times in a row. That probably lost us the run. Such a shame, man. We tried so hard too. So it's gonna be a level 3. Which is pretty brutal. I'm honestly just gonna use Piety at the beginning. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna salt up. Brew, spec on. Oh man. We need to get through this phase as fast as possible. Run to the other side. One hit. Run over here. Of course, we're not hitting anything on this guy.
We're really not hitting anything in this guy.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, I think we can turn this Ahhka on. Turn this off. First thing we do is turn protect from melee on. If we get in a safe spot. Melee. Oh. Okay, we can get some. We don't like this. This is really bad. We're just gonna stay right here. Hawkeye. Start moving, start moving. Back into the pocket. We got no more prayer left. Start making that run. We could have ran there, but we're gonna step back in the pocket. Of course, we're gonna brew up. Not taking any chances right now. We're gonna Void Waker. Nice hit. Start running towards a rock. Brew up. Stand right here. Of course. There's literally nowhere to run. Start getting. We gotta move, we gotta move. Should be okay. Should be okay. We can spec. Bad hit. We can tank this. Run to the other side. Okay, he's dead. Now for the hardest part. This whole thing. If we get
So
2
that's
Ambrose,
Baba.
I'm so happy.
He's the easiest guy.
2 Ambrose and I'm
Straight
happy.
up,
2
Bob.
Ambrose and I'm happy.
Oops, sorry.
Oh my god, we get 2 Ambrose.
Sorry for interrupting myself. But yeah, that was Baba. Sorry, I had to go AFK in my own video. How embarrassing. But take a quick shower. And that time, took you to do Baba. Took me to do Baba. I just took a shower, which is pretty incredible. So now we're going to the hardest part.
That's beautiful.
We luckily got 2 ambrosias from the supplies. You got to take life. If you get 1 ambrosia, you should be fine.
But we don't have that much prayer. So we hardly have any prayer.
Okay, I'm going
Oh
to mute
my
myself
God.
again because we don't really need to hear anything
This
I'm
is
saying. I'm going to explain it for you. What the hell? Okay, so you want to go in there full melee equipped, Void Waker out. Get your inventory sorted. Get your inventory sorted. So, right after we use your liquid adrenaline, and you have Void Waker on, put Piety Special on. Don't worry about protection prayers. Make sure you're salted. See, we still have 3 minutes left on our salt. So right away, go to the left side, stand in the blood, where that little blood river goes. Stand where I stand, and start attacking from there. After your specials, you put on Fang. So boom, right away, 2 specials. I do 3 specials just because I get a little ballsy. Take 6, I think 6 or 7 hits, something like that. I don't know exactly how many, I was just kind of guessing. Normally I just wait there until the red pyramid appears. Actually there I didn't. I think I took 6 hits, which is fine. Just to throw off, because if you don't do that, the yellow pyramids and the red pyramids come down at the same time. So we're still at max health. So as you can see, our Fang's not really hitting that hard, but to be honest, without a BGS spec, Fang's going to be your most accurate DPS. If you try using blowpipe, I just found I was just hitting all zeros, and I wasn't hitting anything. Don't even bother with Twisted Bow, it doesn't hit jack shit on this. Karis special after you get hit second time, you got a Karis special right there. It's only going to cost you 35 special, or something like that, 37 special, something like that. Normally Karis costs 75 spec. We get hit again there, but we're just going to use Bruise to recover from that. Unfortunately, we don't do enough damage. We get hit again, but maybe you'll get lucky or you won't get hit again. But so just brew up. Brew up, 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 brew up. And as soon as you're at full, get your magic gear out, obviously. And just watch how long it takes us to kill this guy with magic, man. Because our trident is like hitting 13. Look at our trident hit 13, 15. Like, dude, it's 10. It's embarrassing. So here you really got to watch out. You got to keep switching your prayers. Don't get hit by those big explosions that happens. If you're within if you're within 3 squares of those guys, you could just go perpendicular or 1 square beside it or 1 square above it. Just don't go on a diagonal and you won't get hit. Yeah, avoid these. Just run through it on an angle. Don't run through it like straight through or else you'll get hit. Yeah, you have to run through those red things. So that's first phase down. Pretty much. Almost. And that's that. Fortunately, lands on top of me. Don't be stupid. Have your Void Waker out with your melee gear and piety. I messed it up, but it doesn't matter. We're doing a 4 down anyways. So keep that in mind. Look how fast T-Bow crushes him, dude. T-Bow absolutely crushes him. T-Bow literally does like triple, quadruple the amount of damage that Trident does. So you're gonna notice Bofa, same kind of shit. You know, it's only 10% less damage. On this fight, it might even be better because I haven't even seen us hit a 50 yet. I'm not sure if the damage is capped at 40 because I haven't seen us hit over a 40, but whatever. If that's the case, Bofa might even be better than T-Bow on this guy. So Void Waker out. You can flick Piety. We're kind of getting low on prayer here. We keep our specials for Kara specials, but right now would not be a good time to Kara special because we're so low on prayer already. We do have 2 1/4 brews left. But since Insanity's off, you don't really have to worry about using too much HP. We did use an Ambrosia because we're going to use an Ambrosia, I think, right about now. No, not now. Soon we'll use an Ambrosia because we take a lot of damage. Don't be scared to just use one. If you're like low health and there's something incoming and you don't have time to switch your prayers, use Ambro. Here I start getting a little bit nervous. We're getting close to the end, and I've never gone this far when it hasn't been
on Insanity. So we see that bomb coming. We see that we're not going to be able to switch our prayers, and we Ambro. You might be better than me, and you won't have to do that, so you can conserve. But just 2 doses of Ambro is more than enough for this phase that's coming up. So it's going to be a 4 dowd, so after this we're going to have to get our Bofa ready. But right now we put on all melee gear. Oh, did I say Bofa? I meant Twisted Bow. I'm getting confused here. Flicking Piety. Lazy Flicking. As you can see, we're going to have to 4 down it. But that's fine because the 4th dowd we get to attack on range, so we hardly take any damage because the range just does so much damage. We're not even using Rigor here. We're just using regular Hawkeye. For some reason here we're on the outskirts. When you're on the outskirts and these red tiles start coming at you, just run in like a windmill form. Run through it when before it like starts burning. Like as soon as it goes off, that's when you want to run through it, like right there. You want to run through it there. But you should know how to do that if you're attempting a 350. It shouldn't be something I have to explain. So this is going to be the 4th down right here. Same thing, Flick Piety. Conserve as much prayer as possible. And now get ready for the most fun part of the fight, in my opinion. Especially when Insanity's not on. It's not sweaty at all. It's pretty chill. It gives you room for errors. We take off our boots there. You don't have to, but if you forget, you forget. But if you got something to do, take off your boots. So here I'm just using Hawkeye, and I decide to, I think down the line I change it. Right here you don't even need to use prayer. See, I just take off my prayer here, and I put on the lowest one. But you don't even need any prayer because it doesn't matter how long it takes you. There's nothing that you need to protect against. You're going to take no damage as long as you follow the pattern, right to left. You should know this already. There's nothing really to explain other than you start on the right side. It's right, left, and then middle. Right, left, and then middle. So we just keep doing this. The DPS is slow, yes, but you're not using any prayer. And don't forget, Ambros give your prayer back as well. So if you're at a phase where you need to use protection, and you're out of prayer completely, you use an Ambro. So it's all like, use your supplies. Don't die and then be stuck with supplies after you're dead and like, oh shit, I should have used that. You're gonna feel stupid. So right now we actually mess up. We thought we put on our Fang, but we put on our necklace. I thought we were putting Void Waker on. We put our necklace on, but don't worry, it's not. See, on Insanity, we would have got 1 shot right there. Since it's normal, we only take 20 damage, so it's not even that big of a deal. On Insanity, if you don't hit all the skulls, you get 1 shot. So it's kind of bullshit. If you have high ping, you're most likely going to miss one of those skulls or mess it up. So if you have high ping, this method's definitely for you. So same thing. I don't know why I decided to put that prayer on, but I think I decided to take it off again. Oh, I think I had it on the whole time. I start realizing, hey, we might need a little bit more prayer since we only got 1.5 tiers left, or I just call them restorers. I don't really call them tiers. Just so you know, though. Oh yeah, and that's when we noticed our amulet was switched, and we're like a little bit confused. We didn't figure out why we didn't get the first hit on the skulls until I rewatched my video. I'm like, oh, I thought it was a glitch or something, but it was just user error. What a surprise. I know. So yeah, same thing. Just, you have lots of time to move. So now is when he's going to start. You're going to have to use your protection prayers after this phase, or starting this phase. Boom, we actually get them all here. So slow, I know. I move so slowly. If that was Insanity, we would have been dead. Again, that's why you don't want to spend all this time and then die, because insanity is a pain in the ass. I can do insanity, but normally I do it on free-for-all, so I don't really have to kill every single skull, but that's for another video. So now it's just a DPS fight. I'm still not using any damaging prayers. I'm just using protection prayers to conserve. The only damage I've taken was from failing that skull that skull phase. But like I said, it's only 20 damage if you don't get them all. I think it's 20 damage per skull you miss. I'm not 100% sure though, because I don't think I miss any more. But look how slow we are here. look how bad we are here. And so you would have been dead. That's the third time we would have died, because insanity would have one-shotted you. So we would have died 3 times if it was on insanity. So now you don't really got to change up anything other than just don't stay on the same square for too long, because rocks are going to be dropping. Make sure to switch your protection prayers. Make sure, be observant of Zebak on your left. So you should be switching prayers before he even launches. But you do have time in the air. Like the damage calculates exactly when it hits you. So you have time when it's in the air to change your prayers. It's not one of those things where you have to pray against. So gives you some time. Decide to drink a restore. We're getting close to the last phase. I think the last skull phase is coming soon. There it is. Here's the last skull phase. We missed that one. We missed that. We go back. And that would have been our 4th death, because insanity would have already killed us. So that's why we don't do insanity on this run, because we're not good at the skulls. That's about it. Move 1 tile down just so you don't get hit by the falling cinder blocks. You don't have to worry about the blocks as long as you're in rotation now. You only have to worry about the block falling while you're waiting for him to start. You're waiting for Tombkin's warden to start attacking you. That's the only time you have to worry about the falling blocks. So we're going to enter the last phase right now. Now you really have to worry about falling blocks. So my strategy here is just click an empty tile that has nothing going on, and then click the boss. Click tile, click the boss. Click tile, click the boss. Click tile, click the boss. Maybe keep an eye on your prayer, because if you drop prayer, you're going to take damage. I'm at 40 prayer right now, so I'm okay. Click the tile, click the boss. Click the tile, click the boss. Click the tile, click an empty tile, click the boss. Try not to go to a tile that you've already been that you were just stepping on previously. We take damage here. We do get that range switch going. Things are getting hectic. We still got lots of time. Only 200 health left. We're starting to take damage. Click an empty tile. Click the boss. Click an empty tile. Click the boss. Switch your prayers. As soon as you get below like 40 or 50, you use an Ambro right away. We were quick on an Ambro. You got to know where your Ambros are ahead of time, but do not go below like 40 or 50 HP, because you could get one shot. So use an Ambro again. Just need one more hit. As you can see, we have a dose of Ambro left, and we make it, and that's it. And that's a backpack run, boys. 52 minutes took us, which that's why we don't use the time thing, because yeah, look how nice my clan is. Saying good luck. Of course, we don't get any luck. We don't get any purples, but that's the backpack, and that's how I did mine. And you could do the same. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll do better than me. So good luck, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough. I know it's not the best. I don't really do much editing, but yeah, enjoy. And good luck on getting yours. Let me know in the comments if you can, if the strategy works for you, or you can point out things I'm doing wrong, because I'm sure I'm doing lots of things wrong. By the way, you need a needle to put your Masori crafting kit in the assembler, and it's good to have 2 Vorkath heads, because then you're going to lose your Vorkath. You're going to use your blue backpack, and you get a yellow one. So, but the yellow one's cooler, boys. So just remember that. So yeah, that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's all for now. So take care.